Hello friends, today I'll be discussing a very important clause which is available under fire loss of profit policy, and that is departmental clause. And in this session I'll be discussing intricacies where this departmental clause is applicable, how calculation is done, and on top of that how underinsurance is calculated in case the sum insured is not adequate. One more thing is very important. Since this clause is silent on application of policy excess, then in my opinion, the benefit of doubt has to go in favor of the insured, and in that case, the deductible will be applicable based on the particular department where the loss has taken place. That means whatever standard gross profit figures have been taken into consideration for computation of loss, the same gross loss figure shall be considered for application of time axis. Now let us understand what is departmental clause.
If the business is conducted in departments where the independent trading results can be ascertained, then loss of GP can be calculated separately for each department affected by loss. So the only condition is that independent trading results must be available. However, this is subject to a condition that if the sum insured under the policy is found less than the sum total of all values produced by multiplying the rate of gross profit with the respective turnover of each department, whether these departments are affected or not, then payable amount shall be reduced proportionately. That means it would attract underinsurance. Now it is very interesting to note how this underinsurance is calculated. Now we continue with the departmental clause. So it is summarized. In nutshell, this will mean insured must have more than one production blocks. That is quite logical to get benefit of departmental clause. So unless he has got more than one production block, this clause cannot be given, and it should be in one compound. And each department, this is very important condition, each department or section or production block must have proper accounting system to evaluate their respective rate of gross profit and annual turnover, etc. So for each department, if the insured is maintaining separate books of accounts, then only he can take this particular clause. Now the third important point is the loss of GP shall be computed based on accounting figures of affected section. So the loss shall be computed not based on the overall figures of the industry, but it shall be calculated based on the individual figures of that particular department which is affected by loss. But the adequacy of sum insured shall be checked by comparing the declared sum insured with the sum of the values arrived by multiplying the rate of gross profit to the respective annual turnover of each department, whether they are affected or not. So in the next example, we will understand this clause more clearly. Here is the example. Now there are a few more things before we go to the example. In absence of this clause, the loss shall be computed based on overall average value of rate of gross profit and reduction in turnover. That means this clause can also be used in case of group companies where a single policy is taken by the holding company, provided the financial accounts are maintained independently by each company. So what does it mean? If there is a holding company which has group companies, many group companies, and each company has got separate trading results maintained separately, which is done in most of the cases like Siemens, ABB, etc. In that case, this departmental clause can be given to such policies where the trading results are separately available, and in that situation, in the event of a loss, the loss will be computed based on the accounting figures of that particular company. In such case, each group company shall be considered as department, and a single BI sum insured is declared as a combined BI value for all group companies. Now let us understand this clause by way of example. Now you see the example. We have assumed a risk has 3 departments and your block A suffers a loss. Then loss shall be computed based on the individual values of A, based on its rate of gross profit and reduction in turnover, as we have already discussed by way of learning the method of computation of loss. But we are not discussing this. What we are discussing under these circumstances, how are we going to apply under insurance? Now we see this is block A, which is affected by loss. Now the rate of gross profit is 10%. Annual turnover is 60. So the multiplication of these two, 10% of 60 comes to 6 crores. For block B, figures are changed slightly. Annual turnover is 160 crores and the rate of gross profit is 15%. Then it comes to gross profit for this individual block individually. It comes to 24 crores. And for block C, it comes to, by multiplying these two values, it comes to 50 crores. So total comes to 80. Now we see the sum insured of the policy is taken as 40. So insured is underinsured under these circumstances, and the assessed loss of block A shall be reduced to the extent of 40 by 80, that is 50%.